All right, so today's quick stream, what is today? 2-3. Let's change this over. February 3rd stream. This is an important stream because we did have our biggest week from Monday, what I was telling you guys about with the FOMC rate hikes. J-Powell telling us how much we're going to be raising interest rates. This is going to affect the market quite a bit. We'll go over SPX first because that's the important one I talked about on Monday. Was SPX is going to make its decision this week. It's going to break to the upside after retesting that daily 200. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the last stream. It's short, very short and sweet, and you'll be able to know exactly what I'm talking about. And then go watch this one because you'll be able to see the progress from that. So as you can see, the bias for Monday was a break up, right? A break up from this trend. We had broken from the daily. We had broken away from this massive daily trend line, right? Broke out of the trend line, and then we had retested it, and it was Wednesday, which was February 1st. So the start to February was the FOMC rating day, and also on that exact same day is when we had our breakout. So this is where it started. Had the FOMC meeting. Rates were hiked. Market took that as a good sign to continue buying, and we continued buying to the upside, and we broke that massive, right? This massive level that we were struggling with since September of last year. And we retested it 2 times in December, and then we broke it on the FOMC, right? That was the big event. The big event was going to do one of the 2 things to us: break us up or break us down. The bias was up. We broke up. Congrats. It was great positioning. We were long on everything. So 2 confluence there, break out of the trend, right? We've been waiting for this since August of last year, and then retest the daily 200 and then break out of this level. Now, unfortunately, the overall high time frame market structure isn't exactly bullish yet. I explained that for, if you want a bull market or a massive bull trend to start, we're going to have to break whatever the most relative strong high is. That most relative strong high is sitting at 430, 4,300 on SPX. It's right here. It is this high that produced the lowest lows in the last 2 years. All right. If this high breaks, we can start to say that, yeah, we are going back into a bull market. We can forget all the FUD, all the global macroeconomic FUD. This market structure changes everything. I said on Monday, I don't think this happens, though. I think that we get close to it. I think that the fair assumption will be that we can potentially get up towards this gap here, or even towards the gap right above it. But nonetheless, it's going to take quite a bit for this to break, and I don't think that there's much left for that. I think the highest we see is 425, so it's 4,250 on SPX. And then we go back to the reversion, which should be back down to 4,000. So congrats, SPX broke out, but that's not even the main point of the stream, right? The main point of the stream was SPX is going to make its big move. What is the conclusion of this, right? Breakout or breakdown, but for crypto, SPX made its break, bullish. The entire market broke out. Apple broke out. Google broke out. Everything went parabolic, right? They're all above their daily 200s, but what's the conclusion with Bitcoin? If we go check out BTC right now, as you can see, a little bit of an unfortunate reality. Not much actually changed. So one thing did change, and that was only that a weak high was broken. It doesn't matter too much because weak highs tend to always be broken. But the good thing about when a weak high is broken, we have produced a strong low here. So strong low produced new highs. Not exactly what we wanted. What we wanted from the major event was potentially that higher break level from the 25,000, right? We were talking about this. This would be the level that we'd want to get into shorts at, because that would be the high time frame point of interest, right? Because we will sweep these highs. This is the strong high, right? Because this high is what produced the recent lows in Thanksgiving. Around Thanksgiving, we had the lowest price for Bitcoin in the last 2 years, about 15,000. If this high breaks, we can get into immediate shorts only because we are getting into the daily fair value gap up there, and we take a whole bunch of liquidity from the sell orders. Now, you guys know the main thing we're waiting for still hasn't happened yet, and we're still pretty far away from it. But the main thing we are waiting for is lower prices. We're not getting them. It is pretty much been stagnant for 13 days. So 2 weeks straight, Bitcoin has been sitting at 23,400. And as you can see, there hasn't been much to do here. I explained previously that this is something that's going to happen only for the fact that Bitcoin dominance, we'll go show you guys BTD right now. It's not too unexpected to have Bitcoin moving sideways while a lot of alts are going fairly parabolic right now, only because when we keep talking about this, the seasonality chart here, Bitcoin got its move. How do we know? It's above the daily 200. Ethereum got its move. How do we know? It's above the daily 200. Large caps are getting their move. BNB's got its move. Dogecoin's got its move. We've traded all of these. Now into the alt season. Now, why does this even matter? And why do I have this chart up? Well, because if we understand that Bitcoin's going to go stagnant for a bit, right, we'll start to get a drop in Bitcoin dominance. A drop in Bitcoin dominance simply means the market cap of all other assets in the market are rising while Bitcoin's market cap is staying stagnant or decreasing in size. And as you can see, it is now decreasing for the past 3, 6, 9, about 14 days. So the last 2 weeks, as Bitcoin sat sideways just like this, the rest of the market ran. Expected. Really, we should not be trading Bitcoin at all until it gets to these lower levels. What I was talking about, the daily 200, which is still at the same level right here, right? Still at 21,700, daily fair value gap, pretty much the exact same level, and the 4-hour 200, which I said, if this curls up and gets into this zone here, right, which is right here, and it's called 22,000 flat, this is where we start to bid long on Bitcoin, right? A few major things happen here for this to even happen. The strong low gets broken, and then the next low below it, which is just this, very simple place where most traders in the market are going to place their stop losses. There's a lot of liquidity sitting right here. That's why I put all the dollar signs and mass stops. You're going to break strong lows. You're going to break into all this liquidity, and there's going to be a bunch of new orders open up willing to be taken, and you'll be in that 4-hour fair value gap, which is also the daily 4-hour 200 and then daily 200. So a lot of confluences to go long, but we've been waiting a long time for this. So nothing to report yet about making the next move on Bitcoin because it hasn't broken those lows yet, and we don't have the price we want. So maybe on Monday over the weekend we'll get this sometime soon. A lot of people are calling for the bearish divergence here, or the 3 drives would be nice, and it would play into our analysis because we want lower prices, and our lower prices are about 5 to 6%. So there's an update on Bitcoin. Unfortunately, not much. It's still the same price, even though SPX completely broke out and is at new highs. Bitcoin not exactly following yet, which is fine. We just wait for the alerts to go off. Next up, Bitcoin made any significant changes from its price a week ago? No, not yet. At least it is still the same price for 14 days. If you look at SPY's price for a 14-day range, right, you actually get some beautiful movements here. This would be 14 days. So 14 days here, you're looking at, 6 to 7% move in SPY. That's amazing. Bitcoin has not moved at all near that level. It is the exact same price. So Bitcoin, not exactly the favorable trade here. We talked about this though, to start getting into alts, and that Bitcoin wouldn't be the one that we want to trade right now. And this brings to the most important part of actually the stream, where I'm going to talk about what is the coin, like what are you going to trade, right? If you're not going to trade Bitcoin, not going to trade ETH, maybe you don't even want to trade BNB. I know we did have a position on BNB, got stopped at break even, which is also something we should talk about. The new philosophy, for me personally, I think I am done doing the idea of get into that one risk to reward achieved, and after that you can move your stops to break even to reduce risk. Unfortunately, it's happened to me twice already, where I will enter the trade, I'll get my one risk to reward, right? I'll get my one risk to whatever I'll get my one reward to whatever I'm risking. Happened with BNB. It was right here. Enter trades. We get that one reward, and it comes back down and stops us at break even. A lot of people like to think that this is, the safe way to do it, and it is. This is exceptionally the safe way to do it. But as you can see, as soon as we get, taken out and break even, rails back to the highs. It does this consistently. It's done this 2 times to me already. One with BNB and one with Dogecoin. New philosophy. I'm not going to set stops to break even anymore. The only thing that will take us out of the trade is, one, either we have trimmed more than 50% of the trade, and then we move the stops to break even to prevent the loss of the profit that has been taken. 2, we are taken out by our stop loss, or 3, we're taken out by our take profit. So no more, I will not be doing stops to break even anymore. It is a little of a preventive measure when you have hundreds of people following your trades at the same time to make sure you guys don't lose money. So continue if you want, but I won't be doing it personally because I lost out on, almost $10,000 of this BNB trade, setting the stops break even, being safe. So being safe, not exactly the best thing for me to do right now, is I'm losing a ton of opportunity cost. Now on to what you guys should be excited about. What are the alts that I want to buy, and why do I want to buy them? Right. First reason I want to buy is because Bitcoin is stagnated. I'm still expecting that 5-6% drop during that period. I think that alts will hold up a lot better than expected. And when it comes to choosing the alts that I want, that I think that are going to outperform the rest of the market, right? It was pretty simple analysis. Only took me about an hour or so to figure this out. I want to go in and I want to select the altcoins that currently are either near their daily 200s or are within 10 to 20% away, because that's the magnet, right? We've talked about this several times that daily 200 is being used as a magnet right now. We can go to practically, name a coin in the market. Someone in, crypto chat, name a coin, right? We can actually just go through the list here, right? Most coins are heading towards that daily 200, and as soon as they get over it, they get that massive pop, as you can see, right? Everything just heads to that daily 200, and if they don't get to it, they're getting rejected, right? So anything far away from the daily 200 gives us the best amount of opportunity cost. As you can see, this is hard USDT. I mean, you maybe have an 8% move from it. Some of the coins that I'm looking at getting us into are 20, 25, 30% away. If you look at majority of the coins today that are, up in the market, these are coins that are literally just trying to head to that daily 200. Some like FET, right, get rejected in the beginning of December daily 200, and as soon as they break, that's the launch pad, as I say. The daily 200, 4-hour 200 is used as a launch pad. FET is a great example of that. Harmony one, this is one of the unfortunate trades. We talked about this on Monday, that I really like this trade because it was sitting down here and it was well away from the daily 200. It's a 40% move from the daily 200, and now it's at it today. So I'm choosing the coins that are going to give me the same opportunity as Harmony 1 does. It's at 20% for the day, right? Waves is the exact same way. Waves, very far away, almost a 50% move away from the daily 200. And most of the larger cap coins are going to be right at the daily or have already broken it. Most have already broken it. That's why we want to go and find the ones that haven't yet. As you know, the major coins, ETH, BNB, obviously Bitcoin. I think Litecoin maybe at it or below it. Yeah, Litecoin's broken it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm bringing up these coins. These are far away. This has given us the best opportunity cost, and some of them are large caps. Some of them are very large caps. Tezos, Chainlink, Zcash, Maker. The others aren't too large, but check out Maker. I mean, we're looking at a massive move to the upside here that hasn't really achieved its goal yet, almost a 20% move. These are the coins I want, and they respect it too. And the other great thing is you need to check, in history, is this daily 200 even going to be useful to us? Well, yes. Even since April of last year, this is almost going on 365 days since that day. It is very useful because whoever's trading this, right, market makers are using this as a significant price level. So I would say Maker, long at market price. You can long it now at market price. I have longs on this right now. The other two, or other 7, suppose. SXP, Zen, EGLD, Zcash, Link, OGN. All of these, the only one that I would say is probably the least reward, maybe Chainlink, but Chainlink I have something else to say about, and this is weekly power of 3, for those of you that know what this is. It's been in this for a long time. I don't know how much longer it can withstand this, but we're looking at almost 300 days in this consolidation. So if we go back to May of last year, we're at the same price. This mass piece of consolidation above, I think these are 2019 highs, consolidating above 2019 highs. As you know, you get the expansion phases, right? This is your expansion into consolidation and then expand again. So Chainlink does have some of the best reward in the market because it is large cap coin that's been compressed for much longer than any other coin has been, and they have staking, so a lot of validators for Chainlink nodes. A lot of validators for Chainlink nodes also don't really have an incentive to sell anymore, so there's less selling pressure. That was a big problem with Chainlink back in 2021. I talked about it on a few streams back then. Is Chainlink has a problem with validators being granted and compensated in Chainlink, and they would just go sell it on the open market. Now they're staking. They have less reason to actually sell it and just stake it and make passive income. So Chainlink's a big one. I don't think that the rewards going to come as soon as these others will, but it's still a great opportunity on a weekly time frame. So go through the others very fast. Tezos, about a 24% move to the upside. OGN, small cap coin, same thing, 26% to the upside. Zcash, 20% to the upside. EGLD, I like EGLD a lot. I mean, it has this very organic pattern. Buyers decided to come back in after it reached those December prices, consolidated for a bit, and now we're breaking out, and we broke the previous highs from December. This is a good sign because breaking those highs shows that there's now more strength than there was sell orders at this level that happen to produce these new lows. So EGLD, very strong. You could call it inverse head and shoulders if you want, right? You could call it cup and handle. There's a lot of great bullish patterns here. The number one I care about is actually this 26% move to potentially to the upside that we can get. And all of these, I would say you have a very easy time opening positions on right now, like today on Friday. So EGLD, 26% to the upside. Chainlink, I don't really have a price target because it's at the daily 200. Your price target would maybe be taking out $9, right? $9 only because it has this triple top. A ton of people who are definitely shorting this asset are going to get out of it at that range. So you're looking at another 30% move. So I know you guys are hearing 20% move, 30% move. These are massive for a lot of you leverage degens who want to put on maybe a 10x, like that's, you're 3, 4, 5xing your investment. I wouldn't say go too crazy on it, but I'd say that if you are looking for coins too long, such as I said in late November, right? In late November or late December, I was telling you guys the coins that we need along right now are the ones that are below the 4-hour 200. And that's what we did with like GRT and all these coins that were below it, and then they blew up and it had the best opportunity cost. I think these are the best opportunity cost now, being below the daily 200, being that all the large caps, right? All the large caps are already gone through their phase on the daily 200, Bitcoin, ETH, large caps. And what's the next one? Altcoins. And what's the target? The daily 200. So if you have 15, 20, 30% moves, why not shoot for it? I don't think the downside is anywhere near it being 1-to-1. I mean, I think you can have a 25% max reward and risk, maybe 5, 7, 8% on that position. Anywho, Maker, talked about that one. OGN, Zcash. I like Zcash a lot just because it has a narrative of the privacy tokens and none of them have ran yet. So it's bound to happen sometime soon. Horizon. This one's a little ambitious. I think this has the most reward of the entire list, about 40% here. And then SXP, Swipe. This is a Binance coin, right? This is fully funded and developed by Binance. 30% move to the upside. So pretty fair to say that if you're looking for coins to long, please take this list into consideration first. Tezos, here we go. This is just the list here. And I'll post this right after. Tezos, OGN, Chainlink, Zcash, EGLD, Zen, Maker, Swipe. Bada bing, bada boom. We're done with that now. Okay, what happened on the last stream? I think we only talked about one major coin for a good amount of time, which was Wi-Fi, which is also the long at market price on Wi-Fi. And this was like, why? I think it was Gluck. If you go watch the stream, we talk about it. He hops on voice chat and he asks about his Wi-Fi position. Or is my Wi-Fi position okay? And we talked about this level that's been respected for such a long period of time, and the fact that the day he asked me, we had rejected from it the weeks prior in the beginning of January, broke up, and then retested it, meaning we have flipped this level as new support. And then obviously we had that 400, 200 EMA right at our feet. And I said, you can market enter this position, you can keep your position, do not sell it. And you have 12% markup since that day. I have the exact same confidence in a lot of these. I think a lot of these have some very similar setups to what Wi-Fi has. And Wi-Fi is not over its daily 200, but more close, so not as good of a reward long term. Any changes in dominance? I don't think so. Let me check the time frame we have on this stream right now. 20 minutes, so we'll have to end it soon. I always go way too long. Nothing has changed on Bitcoin dominance. It's the exact same that we wanted on Monday. We wanted a reduction in Bitcoin dominance. And also, not much, actually zero change in Tether dominance. It is broken to the, well, it has broken new lows. Right, so new lows have been produced, which is good. Right? If you're longing, this is what you want to see. This is a good scenario for you if you're in long positions. Not much of a change, but still good to see that new lows are being produced on Tether dominance. Okay, I'm going to post this list up, give you guys my entries for it. And I see some questions. We'll answer these real fast. XLM still under daily. So if you choose XLM, the only problem I have with it is I would just prefer that you take XRP over it. I think you guys know my situation with XRP. It is slowly, well, I think it might be my biggest position actually. My largest margin position might be on XRP. Large cap that didn't hit its 2017 all-time highs. Large cap that is coming out of a massive indictment, won the indictment. Just a lot going for it. And the apes for this coin are massive and they can definitely produce a lot of buying pressure here. What is the one thing holding us back from marking up? Just break the daily. That's all we need. It's similar to Bitcoin. We've been here for 14 days now. It will be a slow burner, but definitely one of my largest positions at the moment just because I have so much trust in it at this level right now. So if you choose XLM, maybe take a look at XRP. XLM has a good foundation behind it as well though. In XLM you actually get, this one isn't bad either. Maybe not a 30-40% profit on it, but you come up, you test that daily 200 and you also test this point where its life support used to be. You know, it was holding on for dear life at this 10-cent mark and got obliterated on beginning of November. So you'll definitely reject there again, no doubt. But the opportunity cost is 15% up to that level before you're short. Okay, I think that's it. That is everything we had to go over. That's pretty much all the information you guys are going to need right now. These are the coins that if you want something to enter, you enter these. I'm going to post them archived just so if you forget, you don't have to scroll through the live stream and find everything. I don't see any more questions, so I think we'll end it there. All right, thanks guys for popping in. 8 more coins on the list. Also, 1 second. We gotta talk about this very fast. Boom. Boom. We have sold, for those that don't know, we sold quite a few coins in early December. We bought a lot. We bought CRV, LRC, Litecoin, Aave, Matic, XRP, QNT. Bought a lot of these coins. A lot of them are up substantially. So we sold all of CRV. We sold all of the LRC. We sold all of the Litecoin and then practically sold all the Aave and Matic, leaving XRP and QNT because they have given us the least amount of reward so far. So I think there's still more in the chamber for these two. So we have reduced a lot of position sizes, meaning we introduced more cash into our portfolio basis. And what happens when you have more cash? Well, you have more opportunity to buy more things. So that's why I actually bring up the idea of these 8 coins that we can hop into right now. Anyways, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. Peace.